If he has got any evidence of people behaving improperly or illegally, then he should tell the police.
Hello, officer. I'd like to report a government that have been acting illegally and improperly for the last 14 years. Officer? Officer? He hung up. Shocking behaviour. But anyway, this happened in Topicals on the 19th of December, where Shadow Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Darren Jones, wiped the smile off the face of our constantly grinning Chancellor Jeremy Hunt when probing him about the scandal surrounding Baroness Michelle Mone.
Mr. Speaker, the public have a right to know why so many billions of pounds of their taxes have been wasted by this government. Baroness Mone has claimed today that Conservative ministers knew about her personal connection to the company PPE Medro from the very beginning. So why didn't the government correct the record when a misleading picture was being painted in the media about Baroness Mone's personal connection to PPE Medro in the first place?
Chancellor. Well, I'm not going to comment on allegations by Baroness Mone, or indeed on the individual case, but let me say this. We put together a task force of over 1,000 people that opened 46,000 investigations and have made so far over 80 arrests. So we will stop at nothing to tackle fraud and bring to justice anyone who was responsible for wrongdoing. But what we did in a moment of extreme crisis was to make sure we got PPE to the front line as quickly as we could, and had we not done so, many more lives would have been lost.
Darren Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We all know that Baroness Mone's enrichment via PPE Medro is subject to an investigation, but that doesn't allow ministers to refuse to answer questions here in the House today. So let me ask another. Baroness Mone's husband, Doug Barrowman, alleged that in November 2022, he was approached by a government official asking if they would, quote, pay more for the other matter to go away. Is this specific and incredibly serious claim now being investigated, and if so, by whom?
Chancellor.
If he has got any evidence of people behaving improperly or illegally, then he should tell the police, and he will get the full support of this government and indeed the whole House in bringing the matter to justice. But let me just say to him, any responsible opposition should understand that in a crisis there is a trade-off between speed and taking longer to prevent fraud. We took the right decision to save as many lives as possible.
And the one thing I got the feeling was when looking at our Chancellor, he looked incredibly flustered, didn't he? Did he to you? Well, he did seem to me. And especially when he went through his diatribe of nonsense. You just got the feeling that he just wants all these shenanigans to just disappear and just go away, don't you? And let's be honest here, a lot of people made a shed load of money out of this pandemic, didn't they? And these people running the show made sure they did as well, didn't they? They viewed this situation as a free-for-all for just simply profit, didn't they? We've heard so many stories of people working in the NHS or in the care services wearing inadequate or out-of-date PPE equipment, didn't we? And in my mind, a lot of these people should be in jail, not in power. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below, and I just want to wish everyone a bit of a belated Happy New Year. I wanted to say it yesterday, but Ed's been a little bit all over the place since last week, and sorry for not replying to any of the condolences that you did. Very appreciative, but I'm just very fragile, and little things were just setting us all off. So again, just to say thank you for your well wishes, and I'll just leave the video here, and shall bid you farewell until the next time, and take care, my friends.